Good morning and welcome to the Dark Roast. I'm Donna Stroll and I'm here with the always lovely and talented Rose Short. And today's topic is how to stop choosing between physical products and affiliate sales, because the bottom line is they do actually work better together. So we're going to talk about missed opportunities. This is what you see all the time. People who are selling physical products and they completely ignore the affiliate side of things, or the opposite, affiliates who refuse to touch physical products because they're like, man, that's too much stress for me. And the reality is if you're selling one and ignoring the other, then you're leaving money on the table. And that table's already wobbly, so why would you do that, right?
So what the heck does that actually mean, right? Well, the integration of e-commerce means using physical products as your entry points or your trust builders or your brand anchors, right? It can be use a lot of workout equipment, stuff like that. And then you can also be using the affiliate products as enhancers, solutions, and logical next steps. Now, of course, your physical product can also be an affiliate product. Doesn't mean you have to go out and make your own product or anything like that, but you should be integrating the physical with the digital, just because digital is usually once you download or whatever, and usually people download stuff and then completely forget about it. Whereas if you're sending an actual physical product, there's just more opportunity for review, again, trust building, brand recognition, all those kind of things. So it doesn't mean building a random affiliate link store and slapping your affiliate link for Amazon everywhere, right? You shouldn't become a walking catalog, anything like that. And of course, we've talked about this all the time. You should not be selling, whether physical or digital, something that you have never touched or used, right? So for me, I'm not a big leggings person. I have one brand of leggings that I do promote because I like all their activewear collection, but I wouldn't go around and promote every brand of athletic wear there is when that's not my daily wear.
Exactly. I mean, the bottom line is your physical is sort of equals your identity in a sense for marketing, and the affiliate is the solution. The affiliate marketing that you do, especially if it's digital products, is a solution and to what you're trying to do, and it can go both ways. So the reason that it works so well is different buying timelines is number one. Physical buyers, it's an impulse and emotion, right? Whereas your affiliate buyers, they're more problem aware. They're probably doing a lot more research into why this is a good product for them, especially when it comes to things like courses or tools or things like that. They're probably going to put a little bit more effort into the research, whereas, ooh, shiny, I want, right? And there's the trust stacking option, right? That someone buys your physical product, their trust is going to increase as long as it's a good product and you stand by what you're selling. And then as the trust increases, the affiliate recommendations that you provide will convert better because they already have built that trust with you by buying something from you that actually is beneficial to them. And it also helps with your revenue because physical sales will fluctuate. They fluctuate with season, they fluctuate with what the new big shiny is, all of that. And affiliate income can fill those gaps. So together you have fear of those, what happened to my money months, right? And you might be thinking, does that dilute my brand though, right? If I'm selling physical products and I add an affiliate, is that gonna make me less than? And the reality is random offers are the things that are gonna dilute your brand. But if you're strategic, it's going to reinforce it. And that's important to sort of keep really forefront in your mind.
That's kind of the difference between buying something because someone that you really like recommends it versus when Team first came out and everyone was just spamming their Team links in any group that they were part of, right? So real world examples, right? So when somebody buys something from you physically, they're one, saying I trust you, but two, they are getting that dopamine hit, right? That instant gratification that, oh, I can touch this is exciting. That's not the time to disappear, right? That's the time to guide them to what's next. So oftentimes if somebody buys a physical product that you've recommended, then you can follow up with your newsletter, which maybe you didn't have their information prior to that. Maybe they didn't sign up for it because your digital stuff wasn't something they were interested in. This is your opportunity to continue reaching out and keep them up to date. So you see this a lot with products like wall art or journals or handmade apparel, stuff like that, right? There's different affiliate add-ons you can do with those, such as frames, printing tools, other home decor tools, even hanging hardware, right? Maybe you're customizing the hanging hardware as well, so you can add that on. It's just a good way to be like, oh, you bought this, here's this other thing that's similar to it or goes along with it, right? So again, not recommending just random products, but products that actually make sense. Then this is where your thank you emails come in. Again, your follow-up emails, you're going to insert little thank you cards, post-purchase email flows. One of the companies that we used to use a lot, everyone remembered and got excited about because they'd put pieces of candy in them, in the boxes. Yep. And so we get the product, they'd be like, oh, where's the candy? And then, of course, you see this a lot with educators and coaches as well, right? And even content creators, workbooks, planners, branded notebooks, things like that. Again, these are things that are really popular on Amazon and they're selling really well, that people are creating in Canva or other digital creation tools and then listing on Amazon because it's print on demand. So it makes it a whole lot easier. And then you can put your affiliate links in those workbooks as well. But if you're doing a digital download, that works really easily. But with workbooks and things, then you can include things like your software tools, your hosting platforms, your course platforms. And of course, you see this a lot in the Make Money Online realm, where it's you buy a course and then pretty much every digital tool they recommend after that course is something that's an affiliate link.
That's what you're supposed to be doing, right? And you're providing the tools that you are currently using, which means that there's that trust as well. I use this. I can recommend this because I believe in it and I use it. And here's what I use to make this all work for me, right? And that's awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We talked about it before, but this happens a lot in cooking, right? Where you got popular with your recipes and whatnot. Maybe you're selling your own cookbook, but then you can also start recommending pots and pans and measuring spoons, all that kind of stuff, and things that have affiliate.
Even something as simple as I know Amazon carries a lot of, say you're baking, a lot of flours and spices and stuff, and you can literally link those as well and get your little commission from that. So it's very wide, right? There's some niche brands, fitness, you do, pets, which you have, crafts and horror readers, because that's my side of things. Physical products help build the identity. And then again, the affiliate tools help support the lifestyle that you're branded on, which is awesome. So you want to integrate without being annoying. So you want things that are high converting, but low, get the heck away from me. So you want them on order confirmation pages, obviously, right? Thank you emails is another one, like you mentioned, product inserts. So if you are physically sending a product, you can put your insert with your thank you card. And then, by the way, there's always this other option, blog posts that maybe you have tied to product use. Again, if you're doing reviews and stuff like that, that's an opportunity for you to put your links in there. Tutorials and care guides, another way that you can add those links. Maybe this is the soap I use, or this is the company that I use for my yarn, or something like that. All those kinds of things. But what you don't want is all the checkout pop-ups that are like, buy this too, but it's not connected. Random links, it's really, I know we're repeating this a few times, but don't put random stuff in there because it makes no sense and people are not going to understand what you're trying to do. And also overloading the buyers, right? If you are slamming them with 15 other affiliate things or even 5 other affiliate things, they're like, narp. They're out because now they just look at you. Oh, you just look at me as a cash cow and you don't actually care what you're sending me. And so that's really important that you minimize that. Your goal is to have an upsell. Your goal is to have them look at your affiliate stuff as well, but not to try and, you don't want to scare them out the door before you even had a chance because you've just put too many things on them, right? So
yeah, we talked about that kind of before with keeping your funnel simple, right? And not doing the 30 add-on checkout page and things like that, because it does get overwhelming and it gets frustrating. Especially because there's usually a warning that's like, don't close this. If you close it, then it might not go through. So then you're having to click through anyway. And it's just annoying.
No.
Finding the no, because it's always like minuscule print nowadays.
We don't want to do ethical marketing, people. Ethical.
Yes. So think of it in like 3 layers, right? You have your core product, which is what you talk about the most and what you sell. And then you have your support tool, which is something that helps others use it better or use it works really well in conjunction with. And then the last thing should be the next step, right? The thing that helps them go further, whether it's in their fitness journey or their make money online journey or their cooking journey, anything like that, right? So again, going back to wall art, you say wall art is the main thing you sell, and then you tack on hanging tools, and then maybe you do a digital home styling guide, right? Because then you've got your physical product that you're sending them, that you've designed and everything. You've got your add-on that's probably an affiliate add-on. And the home styling guide is something that you've also created, but you could do it in digital form. And then it's not annoying them, but then again, if it's digital form, you definitely get their email and you can follow up with sales, things like that, put them on a ship. Planners, again, is another one, or journals. Again, we talked about this. With your journals, you can send pens, or with app creation being so much easier nowadays, say you've made an app that goes with your journal, you can send that. And then maybe a productivity course you've built out. So there are lots of different ways to do this. There's a YouTuber I follow, Girl with the Dogs. She's a great example of this. She doesn't even charge for groomings anymore because she makes so much money off of the grooming. So all of her grooms are problematic dogs or dogs that need adopted, things like that. But so she started out with content, and then she was recommending her products and whatnot. Well, now she has her own line of products and she sells that on her website, and she has an Amazon affiliate store. And now she's putting out courses to help people at home groom their pets. So understanding how to groom the paw pads and stuff like that. So she's a great example of that, because like I said, she's gotten to the point that she doesn't even charge for grooms anymore, so that she can help out, clients that are having problems or have dogs that normal groomers would just charge too much.
Nice progression, right? You start with your main thing, then you add your affiliate thing, and then you add something that is yours that is helpful. You're taking that last piece, is tying it all together for you. So it's a really nice progression. It doesn't seem out of place. The wall art, it doesn't seem out of place to have a home styling guide if you're putting all those things together. The same, like you say with her, it doesn't seem out of place for her to provide that guide when she's already provided the education, and then things that are the tools that are going to help you in the process. And now she's providing you a guide on how to do it yourself. Very nice flow, works really well together, and financially really beneficial for you as the marketer, right? And that can go for anything. It doesn't, that's the thing. When you're looking at your niche, the goal is to figure out how it progresses. Once you've decided on your niche, that's great. And you're going to start with the focus on the very beginning thing that you're going to do. But then you should always be looking and keeping in your mind, how can I build this out? And how can I maximize my income streams, my revenue streams, so that I have consistency? When one falls down, the other one's there to help pick it up or prop it up. And that's a super goal. Bottom line, if what you're doing feels forced, it is. Right? Everybody's going to feel that. Your customer's going to feel that because you feel that. It should flow naturally. It should make sense. There are some common mistakes that we do. Everybody makes mistakes. So never ever feel like you're failing. You're just learning, right? And as long as you are learning, you are growing, and that is success. And success does not come without mistakes. So promoting too many offers, like we said, that's a big one. Choosing high commission over relevance of what you're selling. Again, you're better off to sell more little things if that makes more sense for what you're trying to do than trying to force a high ticket commission into something that just doesn't fit in that space. Forgetting your disclosures, because that's really important. You need to do that. You don't need the fines. You don't need to get shut down. Right? Your job is you're trying to make money and build a business, not get in trouble with the people that monitor you. No tracking, right? Again, you need to track what converts. If this section doesn't showing that it's not matching, or you're not getting that response that you want. Maybe your product is selling really well, you're doing really well with that, but the affiliate that you've attached to it isn't, then maybe you need to change that, or maybe you need to revise the way that you're promoting it. If it does make sense, if you're looking at it and going, this is a really natural progression, what's the problem? That's what your tracking is there for, so that you can look at that and go, where is the problem? And then also trying to do it all at once. Build one, then you add the next step, then you add the next step. If you're trying to slam it all in at once, it can get overwhelming and it can be frustrating and people aren't going to trust you. Build the trust, then do the add-on, right? That's it. Basic bottom line is if your audience is confused at what you're doing, you went too fast, you pushed too hard, you didn't do what you were supposed to do.
100%. Integration doesn't have to mean more hustle, right? You're already stressed out building your own business and whatnot, so integration can sound overwhelming. But it's not about hustling harder, adding hours to your day. It's about making the hours you're putting in more beneficial for you, right? So It's about smarter pathways, right? Building a plan and working your plan, basically. Your one audience now becomes multi-stream because you're offering multiple solutions to problems they might be having, but those solutions, again, make sense with why your audience is there in the first place, right? So starting with one product paired with one affiliate offer, or even if you don't want to manage the physical, starting with one physical affiliate product paired with a digital affiliate product can also be beneficial as long as you're building your funnel and your follow-ups correctly. So audit what you're doing right now. Look at the products that you recommend right now. And this doesn't mean you have to be locked into a single niche. Maybe your overall theme is wellness, right? So you have some wellness, like home care, home spa type specific stuff, and then maybe you have some exercise specific stuff. That's fine, but audit what you're currently promoting. Are you promoting it in a natural way, or are you really pushing the home spa stuff when you're talking to your fitness community? Really know if you're blurring those lines incorrectly, and then build from there. And it requires you to be honest with yourself, which is something that I think people struggle with in the first year or two of building their business, but then get a lot better at as it progresses. And you also, again, we talked about before, you have to look at it through the eyes of a customer instead of the eyes of the business owner to make sure that just because it makes sense to you, does it make sense to your ideal customer?
Yep, and that's where your research comes in, right? Ask people. They're your customers. They're following you. They like your content. Obviously, they're there. So just straight up ask them. If it feels like it's forced, again, it is. So it needs to have a real naturally, A needs to naturally support B, which needs to naturally support C. And if it doesn't, if it feels like you're sort of doing acrobats to try and make sure that you're doing verbal acrobats to try and make them connect the dots, then maybe it's not the right connection, right? Maybe you're missing something in between. Maybe A and B should be A and C. And then there's a B in the middle there that you need to be able to move them more logically from on that path. Sometimes that happens, right? Oh, but that is it. So you don't need 10 offers. You need one good product, one smart companion, and that's integration. It's not chaos, it's just simply strategy. And that is the key thing. So it's really simple to do. It's something that we should probably also be striving to do as an affiliate marketer, because again, it just benefits you in the long run, provides you more stability in the long run, things that you can count on. So that's it, and that's all. Anything else to add, my dear?
Nope. We talk about diversifying all the time, so I know it can get overwhelming because now we're also saying don't do too many. But again, diversifying is fine. Having multiple offers is fine as long as it makes sense, and that's the main theme.
Yeah, I agree. Diversification doesn't mean that you need 15 things. It just means that you can have more than one thing as long as they work well together. Yeah. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. That's it. That's all. And we will see you next week. That's it from us. If this episode helped you,
or at least entertained you,
go ahead and like, subscribe, and share.
We'll catch you next time.